to show you how I created this 90s grunge inspired makeup look. This look is really easy to do. Concealer to prime my eyelids. And I'm gonna go in and set my lids. I'm just gonna go in with the Morphe Cloud Light Setting Powder. You just need a black eyeliner. This is the Essence Stay and Play Gel Eyeliner. I'm going to just dot this on my lash line, my upper lash line. I'm gonna do it really thin and close to the lash line. And then I'm going to tight line as well. And then I'm gonna take a little smudger brush like this, and you wanna have just any cool tone eyeshadows. I'm gonna go in with the She Glam Calm Capricorn eyeshadow palette. I'm gonna go in with this shade up here. It's called Creature of Comfort. I'm gonna tap into where I put the black eyeliner and kind of like push up. So I'm gonna tap and like flick it up. And what I love about this eye look is it does not have to be perfect. You can be messy with it. Kind of smudge it like that to create the slightest wing on the corner. So I'm going to just, again, push it in and kind of out. With that same eyeshadow, I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to take my brush, push it into the eyeliner to smudge it out. And then over here, just gonna smudge it like this. So again, take your eyeliner, get really close. I'm gonna get close, get really close to the lash line and just dot a line on it. And then tight line. I'm going to mix these two shades together. This is the shade Respect and then Creature of Comfort. I'm gonna take a little bit of this and then dip it into there and push up. And then I'm going to go in with a fluffier brush and I'm just going to go in and kind of blend it even more because you really want to focus this mostly on your lash line. If you have a angled skinny eyeliner brush, I would go in with that and like deepen up the wing. I don't have one of those, but you could also do that to make the wing pop a little bit more. And then I'm going to take the same eyeliner and go in and tightline my waterline. And then I'm going to go in with the Morphe Madison Beer eyeshadow palette. You really just want to take a super light eyeshadow and you're just going to put it in your inner corner. For my base, I'm gonna go in with the L'Oreal True Match Foundation and the e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Foundation. I'm gonna go in and blend it out with this BK Beauty 110 brush. Color corrector. This is the Milani color corrector. The Colfie concealer and put a little bit on my chin. Like that. And blend all of that out. Bronzer, I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Camo Liquid Bronzer. This is in the shade Light. I'm gonna put a little bit down my nose. And then before I go in with blush, I'm gonna go back in with that e.l.f. concealer. Put some right on my inner corners. With this little Morphe sponge to blend out my concealer underneath my eyes. The sponge and press into anywhere else that I added concealer to kind of smooth out any wrinkles and any harsh lines from the concealer. Now to set, I'm gonna go in with the MCO Beauty setting powder. This is their Miracle Flawless pressed powder. And I'm gonna go in and set my under eyes with this. And I'm gonna push into the concealer to push it into any line and look up. I learned this from Bella here on TikTok. She's a makeup artist, and I've been doing this ever since she showed this trick. Any creases and any wrinkles, and then you set like looking up so you're not setting into your wrinkles. And then again, my nose looks crazy, but we're gonna fix that up kind of like this. I forgot to do blush. It's fine. Set down. Blush, I'm gonna go in with the Bosma cream blush. This is in the shade Peach, and I'm just gonna put a little bit. For this look, I didn't want to do my blush how I usually do it, so I'm just gonna go in. Think about it. And put a little bit on my nose. Bronzer, I'm gonna go in with a CoverGirl Skin Enhancer bronzer. What? Blue or black slime? Any, I guess. Blush, I'm gonna go in with the MAC blush. This is in the shade Gingerly. And again, I just did more of a lighter hand on the blush. So I'm just gonna like lightly, like that. I'm gonna push it up, back like how I did the bronzer, and then I'm gonna like dust it over the apples of my cheeks, put a little bit on my nose, and just a tiny bit on my forehead. And then I did go in with the CoverGirl blush in the shade Rose Latte, and with this one, again, I just did the lightest bit, and I really just dusted it over the apples of my cheeks. Just like that. And I'm gonna go back in with the Morphe Cloud Light Powder, and I'm going to set again. So set over here and kind of blend out any harsh lines from the bronzer and the blush. Gonna go back in under here and underneath my eyes with this. I did not use highlight. I'm gonna go in and set my face now. I'm gonna use the Miracle Flawless Setting Spray by MCO Beauty. So for the rest of the eyes, I'm gonna go back in with the She Glam palette, and I'm gonna take those same shades, Respect and Creature of Comfort, and then lightly put that on the lower lash line. The same thing, just kind of tap and push up with this brush and blend it. All right, lashes are on. I added a little bit of bottom mascara. Now for the lip, in with the Maybelline Lifter Liner. This is in the shade, I think it's in the shade Cross the Line. This is like a more cool tone brown. And with the MAC lipstick, Thanks It's MAC. Leave this lip just like this, but I did take my concealer and dab a little bit on my finger. I'm gonna dab a little bit onto my lips to make it a little bit more of a pale nude. Looks so good. I love this look. And this is the finished look. I love this look.